What's up, YouTube? WK Team DKF. Here's part one to Quickdraw Plant Synchro. Again, shout out to Jeff Jones for topping Shonen Jump. Shout out to PN Collector Pete Navarro, sorry, for introducing me to this deck and the plays of this deck. And hopefully, I'll be able to explain to you how to properly use this deck. This deck is very exciting. It's the reason I stopped playing Synchro Cat. This is not just a deck you can just pick up if you're an average to beginner duelist, because it loses automatically to Black Wings, loses automatically to Gladiator Beasts if you don't know what the hell you're doing. So that's why I say this is a very skillful deck that you to use. It's pretty much an advanced deck. You can disagree with me all you like, but watch people play who don't know what they're doing when they're going up against GBs and Gladiator Beasts, and watch their tokens get wrecked by Boras and Armed Wings, or watch their tokens get tagged off of by Gladiator Beasts, and you'll see what I mean. You never want to have stray tokens laying around for GBs to tag off of. And so that's what I mean. The deck loses to those. It loses hardcore oppression, so you have to know how to set your plays up. So again, hopefully with these tutorials, I can show you how to properly use this deck and avoid a lot of those situations. The whole point of the deck, especially if you're going first turn, is to open Dandelion Quick Draw. From there, you pretty much are in the game. You've put instant pressure on your opponent. You know, random 6 card hand. You start right away. This is your play. I don't care who you are. This is your play. You want to get that pressure. You want to set your opponent up. You get your tokens to the field. Synchro immediately for Drill Warrior. Once Drill Warrior hits the field, it's your first turn. You can't do anything. Hopefully, you have a Dust Tornado, maybe a Solemn or whatever, but primarily a Dust Tornado or MST, in case to hit those oppressions, so they can't oppress your Drill Warrior when you activate the effect to return special summon to the field next turn. But yeah, that's your opening play. From there, ditch a random card, preferably a monster, because he's monster reincarnation via his effect. So you ditch random monster, he disappears. If they don't kill that token, you're dropping chaos next turn. He comes back. You grab your Dandelion that you ditched, or the other random monster. If they don't have a back row and they have a monster set, push for 1200. Cut his attack in half. Swing past their face down monster. We're playing in a format of Rykos, so there's no reason to get your Drill Warrior killed in that situation. So cut the attack, swing for 1200. If you're holding Chaos, main phase 2, tribute your Chaos, nuke that Ryko. But again, if they have back rows, don't even bother with attacking. It comes back. If you go in your main phase, they don't have a response, say activate Drill Warrior's effect. If they book a moon, remember, you do not discard. Discarding and removing is part of the same effect. They happen at the same time. So if you activate effect, they book, nothing happens. The effect cannot resolve because it's face down, so you don't discard. It's not a cost. So as I was saying, they don't have a response. You disappear. Ditch your Dandy. 2 more tokens. Set your own Ryko. If you don't read that their monsters are Ryko, if you read it's a Ryko, leave your field alone. Or if you got your token killed, summon your Debris Dragon. Get your Debris. Here he comes. Level 4 or level 8. The 3-star Dandy plus the 1-star token leaves you with a Startard. Sync up for Stardust, and you get 2 more tokens. So you still have room for your Drill Warrior when he comes back. You're not clogging your field. I've seen a lot of people leave too many tokens. They block out their Drill Warrior. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You're doing it wrong. So don't do it wrong. Make sure you don't clog your field so your Drill Warrior can come back. All right. Set protection for your Stardust. It's amazing. So, that's an example of really good turn of events that you can set up for yourself. Mid-game, I'll show you some other I'll show you some other things that are really good for the deck mid to late game. Okay, so your Drill Warriors removed from play. You got random tokens. You got random hamster on the field. You have Ryko in a graveyard. You draw for your turn. And oh my god, look what I drew for my turn. Night Assailant. Drill Warrior activates his effect. He comes back. You get random Dandelion. Now at this point your field is clogged up pretty good. You might want to do some other shenanigans. You might want to read for Chaos, but you could be reading Torrential. So you get the hell out of there. You ditch your Night Assailant. He disappears. Drill Warrior disappears. Get your Ryko. So you don't lose any advantage. Your Dandelion's in hand. You're not clogging your field. Set your Sanguine. Set your second hamster. Or just wait because maybe you're holding Gores and you want to bait it out. They kill both of those. They punch direct. You drop Gores. Get your Night Assailant back when your Drill Warrior comes back. Disappear. Dump Dandy. 2 tokens plus Gores. And basically this dude is like an advantage engine. He protects your field. He puts up a wall of defense so that eventually you can drop Light and Darkness Dragon. This card is really good. We're not running Dark Arm Dragon. We're not running Judgment Dragon. We're not running Chaos Sorcerer. So this is our mini boss monster right here. This card is really important. Basically, most times you drop it for free. It's 1 card for your 2 tokens. They have to waste 5 resources to kill it, or unless they can bump it down and then run over it with something higher attack. But if they do, you're recurring something from your graveyard. One of the things I like to make sure is that before I drop my Light and Darkness Dragon, I make sure I'm tributing tokens. You don't want to tribute a Dandelion because then you fail because you automatically kill his attack. You don't want to tribute a Sanguine for Light and Darkness because you fail, you drop his attack. You don't want to do that. But when I'm dropping my Light and Darkness Dragon, I'm tributing for a floater or tokens. I'm making sure that in my graveyard, I either have a Stardust, or I have a Junk Archer, or I have this bitch right here. So you want to make sure that when Light and Darkness Dragon goes down, he is recurring something of importance. So that way, you make your opponent think twice about killing it. They're going to try to find another way to get rid of this thing than killing it because they may not be able to deal with the Titanial when you got Drill Warrior coming back making more tokens. Or you might have a Stardust come back. And if you have a handful of cards because you didn't want to set anything for fear of getting it destroyed by Light and Darkness Dragon's effect, when that Stardust gets recurred on your next turn, you're setting your Solemn, your Deep Prison, your Bottomless, and you're just like, ha, I have Stardust now. Thanks for the free Stardust. I have 5 back row. What are you going to do about it? So I hope you guys enjoyed part 1. This is basically how the Quickdraw Synchron works, the advantage engine. I know I probably skipped some things, but this will be an ongoing series, so stay tuned. Dub K Dad, Team DKF, and I'm out.